Well, now that I've done my professional basis on Christianity with part 1 and part 2 of spirit science relations to Christianity, its flaws and all that stuff, I kind of figured that it'd be a good time to bring up something that me and several other people have pretty much noticed, if not already said, about the Christian way and just religion in general. And it's pretty simple, really. One of the biggest flaws, it doesn't even take an atheist to realize this one, or an agnostic. Someone that just reads about it from the beginning or knows a little bit of it. They can basically go and say, well, this is my perception. Then another person has another perception. Then another has another perception. And it's like, okay, Christianity is based off perception, ration, what that individual gets from it. Therefore, how do we know which one is the true solid state in which you're supposed to follow? Because not everyone has the same perception. And that's what gets me the most about religion from a personal standpoint. Not only because spirit science has Christianity owned, not because regular logic has it owned, and all that other stuff, that everything that goes against it, you know, the string theory, spirit science, just everything. But yet, Christians still want to behold on their old majestic religion. Anyways, that's my biggest problem. It's perception based. Purely. The ironic thing to all this, though, is the only group of persons that truly think alike on the Christian religion is the West Barrow Baptist Church. They're the only ones that truly follow suit in the same perception, same belief, same views, same everything. That is the only group of individuals and church in general that actually follow the same damn perception and what they known as. Oh, right, they're known as a huge hater cult. Which rightfully so they are. Now, of course, I'm not saying that they aren't. They definitely are. But that's the irony to this. The only persons in church that actually think alike and have the same exact perception is that West Barrow Baptist Church. That's the funny, ironic part to it, and cruel, brutal, honest reality of the situation. And now, of course, all other Christians will say, oh, they're not real Christians, blah, blah, blah. But the thing is, they're the only ones that actually have the same perception and follow through with it. Of course, I'm not supporting them at all. I'm just kind of saying it how it is. And so, if this God guy was real, there would be a solid path that everyone would be following, like sheep and robots going to school and, you know, all that bullshit. They would have that same views, same thoughts, same perceptions, same ideas, same everything. But there isn't one of those. Everyone has a different experience from the Bible. Everyone has a different ration. Everyone has a different thought on something that is said. So then people are all spending their life trying to figure out which is the right perception to go off of. When, like, for example, something like, one must cut their hand off if they masturbate. Now, of course, that isn't a direct quote, but that's what it basically was getting to. Some people will say, yeah, that's what he really means. cut off your hand. Then others will say, no, he's not saying that. He's saying something along the lines of, don't do it. And if you can stop doing it, then you can be forgiven. But it's better not to do it. Or something like that. And then someone else can have a completely different opinion or perception. So which one is right? And then, if one is right, how do we know that one is right 100%? You can't. Therefore, Christianity is thus flawed, debunked, incorrect. Because all it is a Roman Empire's edited book that superimposed the life of Yeshua. Plain and simple. It's so flawed, because if there was a direct way to live like Christ, there would be a direct way, and then this whole religion crap would be more, reliable and believable. But there just isn't. It's based 100% off perception, faith, and belief. But there's nothing, and there's so much against Christianity. There's no denying that fact, but yet people so strongly need that safety net, that belief. They just won't give it up. They're so indoctrinated and impressed and stuff. It's quite sad, really. There's no 100% proof on anything. Spirit science is obviously 100% more believable because it coexists with past history, coexists with current history, and science back then, and science today. And it goes right with the string theory too. Multi-dimensions. So just every day, more and more, you see that religion, and particularly Christianity, is just crap. It's bullshit. It's non-existent bullcrap. And so that's always been my thing about religion, ever since learning about it, is the perception base. I'd see one person saying, this is what he truly meant. Then I'd 100% fully believed it. Then another individual, no, this is what he really meant. 100% believing that. There's no change in their mind. Which one was right? And if that one was right, why and how can we prove it? It's impossible. If there was a real God, then this God guy would give 100% straight follow suit way of what to do, how to do it, how to say it, what to say, etc., etc. He wouldn't have to have people going throughout years just decoding it, for one, and then two, trying to figure out what it means, and then having to go one place, then halfway through the book find the continuance of it, and it just wouldn't be so complicated. There's just so much to it that says how much religion is bullshit. And then on top of that, it gives people a reason to fight over it, spill blood over it, aka kill people, abuse it, such as West Barrow Baptist Church. It's just, religion, Christianity in general, is just a bad thing. And that has just been my thing of it. I mean, I've went to the Christian church. I've went to several different churches, several different groups, several different people of several different areas and churches. And they're all the same in that aspect of being indoctrinated with bullshit and having different perceptions. And that's it. They don't have any other comparison other than that. So it's unfortunate, but there you go, my personal opinion on the matter.